Hello again. This is the official first part of my reading of Revenge of the Sith by Matthew Stover. If you are not interested in this, then turn away now. Otherwise, we are going to begin. Here we go. 1. Anakin and Obi-Wan. Anti-fighter flashed on all sides, even louder than the clatter of shrapnel and the snarl of sublight drives. His cockpit hummed and rang with near hits from the turbolaser fire of the capital ships crowding space around him. Sometimes his rolling spine drive through the cloud of battle skin burst so closely that the integer scatter would slam a starfighter hard enough to bounce off his head, off the supports of his co-pilot's chair. Right now, Obi-Wan Kenobi envied the clones. At least they had helmets. All four, he said in the internal com. Can't you do something about the initials? The droid gained into the socket on his starfighter's left wing, whistled something that sounded suspiciously like a human apology. Obi-Wan's frown deepened. All four P-17 had been spending way too much time with Anakin's astromech droid. It was picking up R2's bad habits. No new burst of flash bracketed his path. He reached into the Force, feeling for a safe channel through the swarms of shrapnel and sizzling nests of particle beams. There wasn't one. He locked a snarl behind his teeth, twisting his starfighter around another explosion that could have peeled its armor like an Ivorian starfruit. I hope I say that right. Anyway, he hated this part. Hated it. Flying's for droids. His cockpit speakers crackled. There isn't a droid that is made that can outfly you, Master. He could still be surprised by the new depth of that voice, the calm confidence, the maturity. It seemed that only last week Anakin had been a 10-year-old who wouldn't stop pestering him about Form 1 lightsaber combat. Sorry, he muttered, kicking into a dive that slipped a turbolaser, burst by no more than a meter. Was that out loud? Wouldn't matter if it wasn't. I know what you're thinking. Do you? He looked up through the cockpit canopy to find his on-time Padawan flying inverted, mirroring him so closely that but for the transparent between them, they might have shaken hands. Obi-Wan smiled up at him. Some new gift of the Force? Not the Force, Master. Experience. That's what you're always thinking. Obi-Wan kept hoping to hear some of Anakin's old cocky grin in his tone, but he never did. Not since Jubilee. Perhaps not since Geonosis. The war had burned it out of him. Obi-Wan had still tried, now and again, to spark a real smile in his former Padawan, and Anakin still tried to answer. They both still tried to pretend the war hadn't changed them. Obi-Wan took a hand from the starfighter's control yoke to direct his upside-down friend's attention forward. The other hit of blue-white pointed light splintered into four laser starlight trails of ion drives. And what does experience tell you we should do about those incoming TIE fighters? That we should break right. Obi-Wan was already making that exact move as Anakin spoke, but they were inverted to each other. Breaking right shot him one way while Anakin whipped the other. The TIE Fighter's cannons whipped space between them, striking faster than the TIE Fighters could slip. His onboard threat display chimed a warning. Two of the droids had remote sensor locks on them. The others must have let up his partner. Anakin, slip jaws! My thoughts exactly. They blew past the TIE Fighters, looping in the face of Spyros. The droid ships wrenched themselves into pursuit maneuvers that would have killed any other living pilot. The slipjaw maneuver was named for the scissor-like mandibles of the Kashyyyk slash spider. Droids closing rapidly on their tails, cannon fire stitching space on all sides. The two Jedi pulled their ships through perfectly mirrored rows and sent them streaking head and on for each other from opposite ends of vast Republic cruisers. For mainly human pilots, this would be suicide. By the time you can see your partner starfighter streaking towards you at a respectable fraction of light speed, it's already too late for you. Your merely human reflexes to react. But these particular pilots, were far from merely human. The Force nudged hands on control yokes, and the Jedi starfighters twisted and flashed past each other belly to belly, close enough to scratch each other's paint. TIE Fighters were the Trade Federation's latest space superiority droid, but even the electronic reflexes of the TIE Fighters' droid brains were too slow for this one of his pursuers met one of Anakin's head on. Both vanished in a blossom of flame. The shock wave of debris and expanding gas rocketed Obi-Wan as he fought the control yoke, barely keeping his starfighter out of a tumble that would have smeared him across the cruiser's ventral hull. Before he could straighten out, his threat display chimed again. "Oh, marvelous," he muttered under his breath. Anakin's surviving pursuer had switched targets. "Why is it always me?" "Perfect." Through the cockpit speakers, Anakin's voice carried grim satisfaction. "Both of them are on your tail." "Perfect is not the word I would choose." Obi-Wan twisted his yoke, juking madly as space around him flared scarlet. "We have to split them up." "Break left." Anakin sounded calm as a stone. "The turbolaser tower off your port bow. Thread the guns. I'll take things from there." "Easy for you to say." Obi-Wan whipped sideways. Along the cruiser's superstructure, fire from the pursuing TIE Fighters blasted burning chunks from the cruiser's armor. "Why am I always the bait?" "I'm right behind you. R2, lock on." Obi-Wan spun the TIE Fighter between the recoiling turbo cannons close enough that energy scatter made his cockpit clang like a gong, but still cannon fire flashed past from him from the TIE Fighters behind Anakin. "They're all over me." "Get ahead. Move right to clear my shot, now." Obi-Wan fled his port jets and starfighter kicked to the right. One of the TIE Fighters behind him decided it couldn't follow and went for a ventral slip that took it directly into the blast from Anakin's cannons. It vanished into a ball of superheated gas. "Good shooting, R2. Anakin's dry chuckle in the cockpit speakers vanished behind the clang of lasers blasting ablative shielding off of Anakin. I meant to say off of Obi-Wan's left wings. Ah, man, I can't talk today. I'm running out of tricks here. Alright, guys. That's all I'm going to read right now. Oh, let me know if you want me to finish this chapter, part, whatever it is. I'm having a blast reading this, but if you guys don't want me reading it, I'll do something else. Just let me know what you think and in the comments. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.